Tune in, tune in, tune in. It is 12:12 live. Dallas WorldStarNews. Some of you people might don't know what's going on in the city. You know what I'm talking about? But we here to bring it to you first. If you ain't heard it from the news station, we're going to give it to you just the way the news gave it to you. But we going to narrate it down and let's see. Let's talk about it, you guys.
How badly they were injured. We just know that there are several of them, multiple victims we're told, and that this shooting rampage that began going on an hour and a half ago now is still going on. As we understand it, they still have not apprehended who they're looking for. We also know that the University of Memphis campus is on lockdown, and that that is in response to a shooting that we believe happened at Patterson and Southern, which of course is right near where the U of M campus is.
Okay. Now they saying, you know what I'm saying, that this happened by the campus. Let's get the live chats up, man. You know what I'm saying? Feel free. Feel free to come in and you know, speak your piece. You feel me? Feel free to speak your piece at this moment, right now. We're gonna take a couple more people in here and see what we can get. Let me know what y'all think. The live chats are open.
And then proceeded to this location. If you know, again, this is all subject to getting it fully confirmed by police because they're having trouble just keeping up right now, unfortunately. But Poplar and Evergreen is where a number of these squad cars are now, and they're looking for the suspect we've been showing you. We don't know anything more really about the suspect other than this picture, that he's 19 and he's started this shooting rampage about 90 minutes ago, and police have been trying to catch up to him ever since. The other location that we have confirmed is that AutoZone.
Hold on. They said about 90 minutes ago, right? Feel me? That we count. This is a live, like, from 3 hours ago. So, we looking back around by 9, you know, around 10, you know, because if this 3:19 and it's 12:15, you feel me, you go back 3 hours, that's going to give you 9 o'clock. So around 9 something, it did, all this started happening. Let me know what y'all think now.
As I mentioned, in Raleigh, there is video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring, and that would, okay.
Hold on. Man, what the, man, hold on. Did y'all hear what the newscaster just said, bro? Like, dude ain't got his stuff straight. Like, he kind of slipping over the words. You feel me? Hold on, man. I'm going live right now. I'm live right now. You know, hold on, calls. If you watching me, you know, don't call my phone, bro. Like, I'm going live right now. It's a real important matter. Let's take it back, y'all.
Who we're going to be speaking to?
Listen to the new broadcast.
Jay at AutoZone. Are you Jay?
Hold on. Listen,
there is
listen.
video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring, and that would.
What?
Okay.
Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Am I tripping? We're gonna take this back one more time, man. Is this dude tripping or am I tripping?
Would Okay.
Huh? What did he mean to say? Cause he blanked out.
There is video online. It may have been taken down at this point of um, uh, the shooting occurring, and that would. Okay. Is that who we're going to speak to? Okay. Let's go to Jay at AutoZone. Jay? Are you at the AutoZone in Raleigh that we've been talking about?
AutoZone in Raleigh. You know what I'm saying? So remember they said it was somewhere by the campus. Now he at the AutoZone Raleigh. So just listen hard.
Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. I'm here at the AutoZone here in North Memphis on the 4,000 block of Jackson.
Hold on. Now y'all got a peep game, bro. Why is everybody fucking up? Why? Hold on, man. Listen to the Stommers, bro. Hold on, I'm finna right. Man, hold on, bro. Listen.
I believe this was connected to and is a part of the shooting spree. As you mentioned, it is a 19-year-old male they're looking for.
Y'all gotta listen.
This AutoZone is connected to the shooting spree. Not sure on any fatalities just yet or the conditions of anyone that was here, but we do believe this was connected.
Man, come on now. Hold on.
Jay at AutoZone, are you?
Hold on, bro. Listen close.
Ago, and police have been trying to catch up to him ever since. The other location that we have confirmed is that AutoZone, as I mentioned, in Raleigh. There is video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring. And
come on, man. Listen to these people, man. Before y'all get the broadcast, come on, man.
And police have been trying to catch up to him ever since. The other location that we have confirmed is that AutoZone, as I mentioned, in Raleigh. There is video online. It may have been taken down at this point of
video that may be taken down.
The shooting occurring.
Hold on. Look, he couldn't even tell you.
Video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring.
Come on, man. You don't know what you finna say.
Video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring.
Okay, I got one slip.
Would
two slips right there.
Is that who we're going to be speaking to?
Is y'all hearing this?
Okay.
I don't think y'all heard
video
this.
Online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring, and that would.
What? It sounds like he reading.
Is that who we're going to be speaking to? Okay, let's go to Jay at AutoZone. Jay? Are you at the AutoZone in Raleigh?
Man, come on, man. Now he asking this man, is he at the AutoZone somewhere? You feel what I'm saying?
That we've been talking about.
That they been talking about. He got to make sure that he at the AutoZone that they been talking about, bro. Now come on.
Yes, Richard. I'm here at the AutoZone here in North Memphis on the 4,000.
Come on, man. Come on. Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man.
I believe this was connected to and is a part of the shooting spree. As you mentioned, it is a 19-year-old male they're looking for, currently in a gray Toyota SUV, possibly driving, last seen on east on Poplar Avenue. In North Memphis, I'm Jay Shakur.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And we also have the most recent location that.
Why everybody stumbling over these words, man?
We're aware of, and that is Poplar and Evergreen, where police have actually shut down Poplar Avenue, trying to be on the safe side here as they try to look for that 19-year-old suspect who's responsible for all of this. Rebecca Butcher Rebecca, why don't you tell us where you're live? You're another one of those shooting locations, I understand. Is that right?
See, he can't even get Rebecca.
I created his water to make water taste.
Come on, Rebecca. Rebecca, come on, man. See, they trying to take me out my story, man. They trying to take me out my story. We ain't going nowhere, man.
Know that there are several of them, multiple victims were told.
Now, they said
and
4
the
different
shooting
locations.
rampage that began going on an hour and a half ago now.
They said 4 different
is still
locations.
going on. As we understand it, they still have
Listen.
to find out how badly they were injured. We just know that there are several of them, multiple victims were told, and that the shooting rampage that began going on an hour and a half ago now is still going on. As we understand it, they still have not apprehended who they're looking for. We also know that the University of Memphis campus is on lockdown, and that that is in response to a shooting that we believe happened at Patterson and Southern, which of course is right near
Patterson and Southern,
where the U of M campus is, and then proceeded to this location. If again, this is all subject to getting it fully confirmed by police because they're having trouble just keeping up right now, unfortunately.
Okay, so
of a popular Evergreen is where a number of these squad cars are now.
With what's going on?
They're looking for the suspect we've been showing you. We don't know anything more really about the suspect other than this picture, that he's 19 and he's started this shooting rampage about 90 minutes ago, and police have been trying to catch up to him ever since. The other location that we have confirmed is that AutoZone, as I mentioned, in Raleigh. There is video online. It may have been taken down at this point of the shooting occurring, and that.
Come on, man. Why did men keep on stuttering? They told you 2. They didn't told you 3 locations already, right?
Okay. Is that who we're going to be speaking to? Okay. Let's go to Jay at AutoZone. Jay? Are you at the AutoZone in Raleigh that we've been talking about?
Watch how Jay stutter. Everybody, watch how Jay stuttering about. He should know exactly what location he in right now. As far as he been there for several hours trying to get his story straight. Now, when you come in broadcasting as a news broadcaster, you gotta have your wording straight. You know what I'm saying? It's like an artist practicing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna have this strip together. You know what I'm saying? Try to have it together most as you can before going live. And this is what we have today, ladies and gentlemen. A slip up. You never know where it come from. You feel me?
Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. I'm here at the AutoZone here in North Memphis on the 4th.
Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. Come on, man.
The 4,000 block.
You already said the address. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got a peep game. Dude said, yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. I'm already here.
Currently in a gray Toyota SUV, possibly driving last seen on east on Popular Avenue. In North Memphis, I'm Jay Shakur.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And we also have the most recent location that we're...
Man, come on.
To the shooting spree. Not sure.
Yes, Richard. Face. Yeah.
Yes, Richard. Yes, Richard. I'm here at the AutoZone here in North Memphis on the 4,000 block of Jackson. You see behind me, we believe that this AutoZone is connected to the shooting spree. Not sure on...
Dude said he at the 4,000 400 block. Come on, man. You don't know where you at, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't be scared about where you at because you got all these police around. So you should know where you at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Any fatalities just yet or the conditions of anyone that was here, but we...
Okay, they say they don't have any fatalities yet or any conditions of... You feel what I'm saying? Man, this look like a familiar setup, bro. Like, You understand what I'm saying? This right here look like, just look at the scene. But it's clean. The other scene was dirty, but this scene was clean. I ain't gotta tell you what.
We do believe this was connected to and is a part of the shooting spree. As you mentioned, it is a 19-year-old male they're looking for.
Tammy, Smith,
Currently,
you feel what I'm
in
saying?
a gray Toyota SUV, possibly driving, last seen on east on Poplar Avenue.
Come on, man. Why did dude keep on E? Come on, this ain't EA Sports,
Thank
man.
you, Jay. Appreciate that. And we also have the most recent location that we're aware of.
Man, do you hear this, man?
To the shooting spree. Not sure on any fatalities just yet or the conditions of anyone that was here, but we do believe this was connected to and is a part of the shooting spree. As you mentioned, it is a 19-year-old male they're looking for. Currently in a gray Toyota SUV, possibly driving, last seen on east on Poplar Avenue.
Driving last seen on. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, Tammy? You feel what I'm saying, Tammy?
Okay, thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And we also have the most recent location that we're...
Man, there you go again. We also had the most, but we don't got no bodies, no injuries right now. In 3 hours, come on, bro. Like y'all got 3 locations. You feel me? Y'all got 3, 4 locations on where the shooting went down. But come on, man.
Aware of, and that is Poplar and Evergreen, where police have actually shut down Poplar Avenue. Trying to be on the safe side here as they try to look.
Pete Gang, Poplar, Evergreen. Is it popular on Evergreen? Is it really popping on Evergreen? Bro, let's tell us some real stuff.
For that 19-year-old suspect who's responsible for all of this.
Okay, and the suspect is 19 years old, y'all.
Rebecca Butcher is... Rebecca, why don't you tell us where you're live? You're another one of those shooting locations, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah, well, this is a bit...
Hold on. See how they... Man, come on, man. They got this... Come on, man. He asked you at another shooting location, right? Why you gotta say, why you stuttering, and then you gotta ask her, is she there, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Replace it. Some people need to be replaced.
Very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after we got reports from Memphis police about a bolo for an armed and dangerous man. Now, this is what we know.
They got reports from the Memphis police.
So far, Memphis police have just released this photo of who they are looking for.
Come on now, Tammy Smith.
They are looking for
I'm
a car that he
with
is in, but let me show you what has happened here and what we've learned from eyewitnesses here at the scene. Now, I wasn't first here at the scene here. This is near
Look how fast they showed him.
area.
Look how fast they showed him, man. Shit, you feel me? Come on, man. Stop playing, man. That's why you gotta take this news and you gotta break it down and you gotta analyze this shit for yourself.
Very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after we got...
She said very hectic scene. Okay. Where's the injury?
Reports from Memphis police about a bolo for an armed and dangerous man. Now, this is what we know so far. Memphis police have just released this photo of who they are looking...
Hold on. When the last time you seen the... Hold on, bro. Did you just see that, bro? When the last time you seen the news lady use her phone? You understand me? Come on, man. To show you the picture of a suspect while she going live. Like they ain't flashed his face yet. So let me know what's up.
Very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after we got reports from Memphis police.
Hold on. Pete, she say she was actually in the area earlier. Is anybody hearing this? She was already at the scene earlier to let you know what was gonna go down now. So let me take it back so y'all can hear this for yourself.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. And we also have the most recent location that we're aware of, and that is Poplar and Evergreen, where police have actually shut down Poplar Avenue, trying to be on the safe side here as they
Poplar Avenue, Poplar Evergreen. Come on, man.
try to look for that 19-year-old suspect who's
Trying
responsible for all of this.
to look.
Rebecca Butcher is. Rebecca, why don't you tell us where
Come
you're
on,
live?
man.
You're another one of those shooting locations.
She's trying to
is that right?
show us her name.
Yeah, but this is a very hectic scene.
Talk to
Actually
me,
in the
Tammy.
area after
Talk to me. I'm gonna have to make you a moderator on my page.
For an
You
armed
hear
and
me?
dangerous man. Now, this is what we know so far. Memphis police have just released this photo of who they are looking for. Now, they are looking for a car that he is in, but let me show you what has happened.
Now she say they are looking for a car that he's in. Hold on. First she said they trying to, man, peep game. She trying to show you, man. Say, did y'all hear what these ladies just said? I don't think it. Man, listen, man. I want y'all to hear it for yourself before I have to bring. Look, have you ever seen a newscaster do that? Huh? Have you ever seen a woman have to put her phone up? You feel me? Up to the screen. No.
Now, they are looking for a car that he is
Look
in,
at
but let
that.
me show you what has happened here and what we've learned from eyewitnesses here at the scene. Now, I was the first here at the scene here. This is near Arbondale, this area, as well as Poplar. Police say a suspect is now in a gray SUV.
See, now they gave y'all another different location, Arundel, that is next to Poplar. But they just told you they shut Poplar down.
Very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after we got reports.
Hold on. She say, now y'all heard for yourself. She was actually in the area after. Okay. She said, man, listen, this will throw you off so much if you ain't paying no attention.
Suspect
Watch
who's
the dude
responsible
stutter.
for all of this. Rebecca Butcher is. Rebecca, why don't you tell us where you're live? You're another one of those shooting locations, I understand. Is that right?
Yeah, well, this is a very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after.
She say this a very hectic scene, but where
she was actually in the area after.
Well, you gonna be there before?
Let's see what she's saying.
We got reports from Memphis police about a bolo for an armed and dangerous man. Now, this is what we know so far. Memphis police have just released this photo of who they are.
What anchor you ever seen put her phone to the TV?
She put her phone up there?
Man, you ain't picked that? Look. Look. Like they ain't even show his face yet. Like they ain't broadcasting live. And already gonna put his face.
Suspect who's responsible for all of this. Rebecca Butcher is. Rebecca, why don't you tell us where you're live? You're another one of those shooting locations, I understand, right?
Yeah, well, this is a very hectic scene. I was actually in the area after we got reports from Memphis police about a bolo for an armed and dangerous man. Now, this is what we know so far. Memphis police have just released this photo of who they are looking for. Now, they are looking for a car that he is in, but let me show you what has happened here and what we've learned from eyewitnesses here at the scene. Now, I was the first here at the scene here. This is near Arbondale, this area, as well as Poplar. Police say a suspect is now in a gray SUV, possibly driving east on Poplar. Got here, was moved back, of course, as they continue to move back and secure this area. I can tell you, as soon as I got on this scene, it appeared that police were, authorities and response units were frantically working on someone in a medical to save someone's life. Now, this is what we've heard from a witness. He said he saw a 4-car crash in the area here further down Poplar. There is a gas station. Looks like it might be a BP. He said he came in the area. He saw a man described as an African-American male. Wasn't sure what color clothing that he was wearing. He said he was going up to vehicles, quote, acting like he was hurt, and that the first or prior woman that he approached actually said, "No, you're not hurt. You have a gun." He went up to another person. That woman came out of her vehicle upset after this four-vehicle crash.
Man, hold on, bro.
Wasn't sure what color clothing. Now, they are looking for a car that he is in, but let me show you what has happened here and what we learned from eyewitnesses here at the scene. Now, I wasn't first here at the scene here. This is near Arbondale, this area, as well as Poplar. Police say a suspect is now in a gray SUV, possibly driving east on Poplar. Got here, was moved back, of course, as they continue to move back and secure this area. I can tell you, as soon as I got on this scene, it appeared that police were, authorities and response units were frantically working on someone in a medical to save someone's life. Now, this is what we've
Hold on, bro. You heard this lady?
He said he saw a four-car crash in the area here further down Poplar. There is a gas station. Looks like it might be a BP. He said he came in the area. He saw a man described as an African-American male. Wasn't sure what color clothing that he was wearing. He said he was going up to vehicles, quote, acting like he was hurt. And that the first or prior woman that he approached actually said, "No, you're not hurt. You have a gun." He went up to another person. That woman came out of her vehicle upset after this four-vehicle crash, and he shot her. Now, according to this witness that we spoke to on the scene, it appears that he lives in the area. He says that she had on scrubs. He believes that she is in the medical field, possibly a nurse. So, of course, we're working to confirm more details with Memphis Police. I have reached out to Lieutenant Karen Rudolph, who is a spokesperson with the Memphis Police Department. She was working.
Man, do y'all hear this?
As well to get me more information. So we will, of course, be standing by to see if there is a press conference, any up-to-date details we can provide at this time. Of course, we have neighbors in the area who want to know what's going on. One person in particular said that they heard helicopters up near this area right about 2 o'clock. A second person who works nearby told me the same thing. Of course, keep it here for the latest up-to-minute developments. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca.
A second person who works nearby told her that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where these people come from?
Fortunately, she's not able to hear my questions, but if she was able to, I'd want to ask her at that scene there, do they also think they have boxed in the suspect, or is that suspect now moved on somewhere else? That's really the main pressing issue right now that we just don't have an answer to, folks, and we're trying to get it for you. You saw the massive presence there, and for the first time, an account from an eyewitness of what...
Hold on, peep game. This nigga just said if he could talk to her, he would want to ask her this. He just talked to the lady to come in from broadcast. Okay.
They saw there at the scene, describing a four-car crash right near that scene, a Poplar and Evergreen, and a man acting like he was hurt, presumably the suspect, when people reached out to try and help him, actually shooting at them for trying to help. And one of the women victims, the eyewitness describes to us, was in scrubs at the time when she was shot. So this is a hard situation to nail down because, frankly, police, I think, are having trouble nailing down exactly how many locations.
This dude keep on saying, is that y'all regular Memphis? Head ain't.
Might be affected, how many victims we're looking at here. But all they are saying is this man here is driving around all parts of Memphis and randomly shooting at people, and has done so to such an extent that the University of Memphis campus is on lockdown right now after a reported shooting at Patterson and Southern. We understand there was another shooting victim at the AutoZone on Jackson. We just heard from R.J. Shakur, who was live at that scene. We heard from Rebecca, who was...
So they saying it's a shooter here, a shooter there. Like, is this the same shooter or is this the different shooter?
Live at another scene at Poplar and Evergreen. That is one of the more recent situations that the active shooter has struck. And we don't know where that shooter is now. unfortunately. We just know that there is an active shooter who is driving the streets of Memphis and shooting at people. So this is that scene I mentioned at Poplar and Evergreen.
Like they don't know what's going on. You feel me?
The situation starting at a BP that is near there, or a gas station, and a 4-car crash, as our reporter Rebecca Butcher mentioned, and a gentleman acting like he was hurt, but was not. We're trying to lock down other information about what might, other scenes that might be affected at this point. All we know is that the guy they're looking for is driving around in a gray Toyota SUV, and may not be a Toyota now, we're being told from police, may not be a Toyota, just a gray SUV at this point, and that every time he stops long enough to shoot somebody, that's what he does. And we're doing our best to track down where their search for the suspect is. You heard Rebecca mention that there are choppers in the sky searching for him from the air. And you can better believe that there have multiple dozens of officers responding to this, trying to narrow down and catch the guy who's responsible, so there aren't any more victims. The lockdown at the U of M campus is another side story to all of this, because of a shooting that apparently happened near Patterson and Southern. Don't know if there were any victims there, just know that that is another location, and that police are urging you, if you should happen to see something going on, that you please call 911 right away. They're going to want to hear from you. Now, 5 minutes ago from police, this is what we have understand from them. They are telling us that the suspect is still at large. So now we have an answer to that question. And they are saying, if you live in Memphis, if you do not have to be out, stay indoors until this is resolved. We have an active shooter who's driving around randomly shooting at people and putting it on Facebook. And
hold on. They say he a random shooter riding around Memphis and putting it on Facebook. So if he dropping it on Facebook, you know it's direct location, right? Come on.
Anyone to just be as cautious as you can right now until they can apprehend this guy and at least get him handcuffed and locked up, so that they can try to piece together exactly how many scenes we're dealing with here and how many victims that we might be dealing with. We're pretty sure of at least three victims, and most likely more. And one of them happening right here at the scene at Poplar and Evergreen, which is now shut down as police piece together that particular crime scene. We have another crime scene where we understand officers located at Patterson and Southern, which is leading to the U of M campus being locked down. We have another scene at the AutoZone on Jackson, that's in Raleigh. So you get a sense here of just all of the different locations around the city of Memphis that have been affected by this already, and there are likely others. Although I can say, thankfully, that in the last several minutes, although police do say that the suspect is still at large, we're not aware of any shooting after this one here at Poplar and Evergreen. We understand that is the last one at this point. We hope that's the last one. Once again, this has been going on for hours now. Police got the first call of a shooting, and then another call, and another call are starting to piece together, hey, this suspect is driving around in the same vehicle. At that time, it was a blue sedan, an Infiniti. It had red dealer tags, we're told. We were told that the rear window had been busted out. And just as we were trying to get on top of that information, then comes another update saying, no, he's still out there, and now he's switched cars. Now he's in a gray SUV. And that was around the time that he was spotted on Poplar Avenue. And at some point made it as far as the U of M campus, where the wise officers and personnel there made the decision to put the campus on lockdown. We understand AutoZone Park now is on lockdown to keep fans safe there, because there is a Redbirds game going on, and obviously these public events, when you know that there's an active shooter, police urging people to be inside, you don't want to have a lot of potential victims in a ballpark like AutoZone Park downtown. So that's not to say that there's anything that's happened there, but it's a precautionary situation here where the folks at AutoZone Park and the Redbirds are saying, we better put this game on pause until we can determine that the guy we're looking for is apprehended. let's show his picture again if we can, because that really is the focus of this investigation right now. And all the efforts of Memphis police is to finally apprehend this 19-year-old. Again, we don't have a confirmed name that I can give you. All I can tell you is for some reason he enjoys putting his shootings on Facebook and has been doing so, and has struck in many locations and has struck many victims. We only have very limited information, honestly, about the victims. We did see in the video from AutoZone Park, it was a man who was shot there. We do have eyewitness testimony about the situation at Poplar and Evergreen, just outside the gas station there. A gentleman pretending to be hurt, I use the word gentleman loosely, by the way, acting like he was hurt and shooting a female victim there who we were told from the eyewitness was in scrubs when she responded to his basically bogus pleas for help, saying he was hurt when that was not the case. And we also know that from Memphis police telling us 5 minutes ago, a little more than that now, that they don't know where he has still not been apprehended. Meantime, U of M not taking any chances, has the campus on lockdown tonight, affecting any night classes that might be going on there. AutoZone Park, with the Redbirds game going on, now has put that game on pause as a precautionary move for the ballpark there downtown. And there may be other responses too that we just don't know about. I imagine as word spreads about this very volatile situation and the need to catch a suspect who seems to have no remorse or contrition about shooting anyone that might just get in his way, that he's going to take that action, and they don't want to take any chances that people will be out there and exposed to that. But it's of course very hard to issue a citywide alert like that and basically ask everyone to be inside because you don't know where he might strike next. Last location we understand that he's been seeing is Poplar and Evergreen. Before that, Patterson and Southern at the U of M campus, which is why that is on lockdown. And in trying to ascertain just how many people and locations we're talking about here, I'm trying to write down as many as I can as I hear about them, but we know there are more than what I've been telling you about so far. I'm just trying to make sure we're measured about this and only share the information that we know is confirmed from police or from our own reporting staff or from eyewitnesses that have talked to our reporters out in the field. Rebecca Butcher is at that scene right now in East, well, I shouldn't say East Memphis, that's more Midtown, Poplar and Evergreen, where a woman was shot. Lots of police presence there. We have another reporter who's on the scene there in Raleigh at the AutoZone on Jackson, where we know a man was shot there, but we don't know their conditions. We just know that they were randomly shot at tonight. A very disturbing series of crime scenes that have developed here in Memphis tonight. Of course, all this on the heels of the equally disturbing Liza Fletcher story that we've been telling you about for the past several days. And now this seemingly random crimes, I should say, that are taking place at multiple locations, affecting multiple people who are doing nothing more than just going about their business and having an unknown person walk up to them and shoot them, fire at them. You're looking at the suspect there on the left-hand part of your screen. The right-hand part of your screen is Midtown Memphis, where we understand is the most recent shooting victim and where the most recent shooting has taken place. And then in terms of ramifications for the city at large, in addition to police telling people to be inside, we do know that as precautions, the U of M campus has been locked down, and that AutoZone Park is also on lockdown to keep fans safe while they put that game, Redbirds game, on pause. If you're just joining us, there's a man on the run who is shooting people randomly all over the city of Memphis. And so far, that man driving around in a gray SUV is still at large. People have not been able to find him. We are hearing from a reporter, Brad Broders. He says that a witness has been telling him that police are going back and forth in front of the Pyros. That's a restaurant on Union Avenue, which is not far from Cooper Young in Midtown, which is another location where there was a fatal shooting today, but we cannot say that it was necessarily related to this shooting suspect, but now that may be coming together as we get these bits and pieces of information coming into us from our reporters, combined with what police are sharing with us, combined with our photographers are telling us, and of course we are seeing other posts on social media from just citizens who have seen something, but that's more tenuous, that's not confirmed, so we're not necessarily going to show that to you or share that information with you. We're trying to be as judicious as we can about this, but it is starting to see some trends here in terms of some of the spots where the shooting suspect has struck. A 19-year-old that Memphis police have not identified by name, but say started this shooting rampage and has continued to do this. We are not, thankfully, aware of any other victims since this one here at Poplar and Evergreen, where there's a heavy police presence right now. But to just give you an idea of basically what has happened, in some cases, the suspect just walked in the case of the AutoZone, just walked into the store and fired at a gentleman. Then in another situation, the one that you're looking at here, pretended that he was hurt, but was actually not. The compassion of others as an excuse to shoot them. The female victim who was shot here, and there may be one other, Rebecca wasn't sure based on the eyewitness account, but at least one woman shot there who was wearing scrubs at the time, meaning she's obviously in the medical field, although we don't know exactly where or in what capacity. This started with that suspect being in a light blue Infiniti, and then as the evening wore on and more victims starting to pile up and more shooting scenes starting to pile up, the suspect switching vehicles, getting into another car, this time a gray Toyota SUV, and that's the last known vehicle we're aware of that he was driving at the time and is presumably still in at this point. The shooting locations we have confirmed and can tell you for sure. There was a victim that was affected by this. Is the AutoZone on Jackson in Raleigh, and this location here, Poplar and Evergreen, we believe there to have been a shooting at Patterson and Southern, which wouldn't be a whole long distance away from this one that you're looking at here, leading the U of M to put the campus on lockdown. And then most recently, after police urged anyone who might be out in Memphis right now to just get inside until they catch this guy, out of abundance of caution, AutoZone Park also decided to go on lockdown to keep the fans safe there who were watching a Redbirds game. So that game is on pause downtown. So really from downtown AutoZone Park up to Raleigh where the AutoZone is, Midtown, Poplar and Evergreen, over to the U of M campus. There's kind of your parameters that we're aware of at this point where the random shots have been fired and random victims affected by those bullets. And we believe there to be others too. We're investigating whether a shooting that we have confirmed that took place in Cooper Young at 946, I'm looking for the exact address here, 946 East Parkway South. Don't know whether that we know there was a shooting, just don't know at this point whether it's related to the one involving the suspect on the left-hand side of your screen. But as we continue to bring you live coverage here on ABC 24, you you have been pretty much up to date here on what is going on, what police are looking for, and we can tell you that since this shooting at Poplar and Evergreen, there has not been another that we're aware of, and we're actively staying with police and who are trying to track down this guy as fast as they can and give us and give this city an all clear that the person responsible has been, in fact, caught. They will tell us multiple victims, multiple locations, but that's as specific as they're getting in terms of who the victims are, other than what we have learned from our own reporting, the eyewitness that we heard Rebecca talk about when she was at the scene here at Poplar and Evergreen. describing a situation where the eyewitness saw a 4-car crash near a gas station at this location, a man acting like he was hurt, and then proceeding to shoot one of the women who reached out to try and help him, instead was met with gunfire. It's a really hard to describe the significance of this. I've certainly never reported anything like this in my years of Memphis, going back to 1994. And here we are in a week that had a lot of people in the city shocked over what happened to Liza Fletcher, the teacher, the St. Mary's kindergarten teacher, who was out for a run near the U of M campus. And now we have this incident that's unexplainable, where the victims are random victims. You know, people talk about the Memphis crime problem, and often the people at the Chamber of Commerce or other civic boosters will say, yes, we do have this problem, but generally speaking, we don't have random victims. Rarely are random victims affected. And that obviously has not been the case this past week. If you look at the actions of the suspect tonight, there's still unnamed suspect who we know is responsible for multiple shootings, multiple victims, and of course, as far as we know at this point, Liza Fletcher, who also, according to the DA, Steve Mulroy, was not an intended target, just a random victim. So, look, I don't know.
10 years ago.
We're trying to get the most updated information we can from police. And
10 years ago,
we want to stay on the air to at least be able to tell you, in hopes that they're going to catch the suspect soon. At least tell you that as we try to piece together all the different locations, the details of that, the victims, at least we can give you word that you know you don't have to worry anymore. You know that they've caught who they're looking for, and that you can take a silent.
Hold on, bro. I know I didn't see what I see. What they say this dude name?
But right now we can't do that.
Okay, 640.
We just heard from RJ Shakur, who was live at that scene. We heard from Rebecca, who was live at another scene. And they worked hard and they worked fast, and they caught this guy relatively quickly, not before he did some significant damage to families, loss of life, loss of property, and all of the above.
Okay, watch this.
During the course of this evening, before he was caught. But Devon Thomas is at that location in Whitehaven where he was finally apprehended.
Like Ezekiel,
like Yvonne, we're learning, had an arrest warrant for murder one earlier today before any of this started.
He had an arrest warrant for murder.
A lot of new information coming in, Richard. Thank you for sharing that. The scene here has changed quite a bit from what we were seeing and looking at earlier this evening, maybe about 20 to 30 minutes ago. Definitely 10 minutes ago, we saw a lot of armored vehicle, a lot of tanks, it looked like, coming out of this area. And a lot of police cars have now left. There are still some police cars here, still a few police officers as well, and they've resecured that perimeter around this area. Again, this is Lakeview and Sedgwick. Now, what I can tell you is that there are people here at the scene. There have been people at the scene. We spoke with a gentleman named Arturo, who was actually here at this scene, but he was actually at that AutoZone as well, and just described what he saw at that location. He says he saw someone get shot, and he's hoping and praying that that person is okay. But he was there, he says, with his church group, and that they were doing some ministry in that area, but that also several kids, he says, were nearby. But he also mentioned and went on to say about just how devastating this week has been. It's been a very, very heavy week for many families here in the city of Memphis, and for the world who is watching Memphis this week for a lot of different things. This, unfortunately, is another incident that people are looking for and looking for new information. We are still waiting to see if Memphis police will give us an update live on camera, on television, to see exactly what happened, what caused all of this, what was the motive behind all of this. The good news tonight, though, is that it looks like it all is over.
What was the motive, y'all?
Well, let me ask you, Yvonne. I see that there's the
Talk to me, people. What y'all think?
Have they told you why they're sticking around, or what's their how long they plan to be there tonight? Any information about where they're going from here? because it's looking less and less likely that they're going to be making a statement from that location as people keep pulling out.
What y'all think about that?
Any of that information to us, but definitely they are still securing this perimeter. They have us secured right here at Sedgwick
Ezekiel
and
Kelly.
Lakeview, but they also have maybe a few hundred feet behind us. There's caution tape and crime scene tape there as well. You can see the blue light lounge to the left of us. There's actually crime scene tape back there also as well to the left, to the right of that building also. We're going to keep you updated as long as they are here. We're going to keep our eyes and our ears open as soon as we hear any updates from Memphis Police. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Yvonne. And Rudy, that's what we're waiting for, is this some kind of statement, some kind of information from MPD.
They got them,
they
y'all.
said was going to be forthcoming shortly. You know, we got to give them a break here. They've got a lot of information that sounds like
you got to give them a break
given
here.
the number of locations that we're talking about and victims.
They say you got to give them a break.
Really will go a long way towards answering questions that not just reporters have, but viewers too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Richard. And we got to think about a police force that is heavily taxed tonight at this time, because we are still not up to complement with our police department at this point in time. So covering such a large area today, that was a lot of ground to cover for these officers tonight, and a lot of information to digest, and investigation still going on as we look at this crime scene live right now. This is Poplar and Evergreen. This is one of the areas that was shut down during the search, during the quest to find the shooter.
Now watch this, y'all.
And once again, his name is Ezekiel Kelly. He's 19 years old. As Richard said earlier, he's
19, right?
Zeke.
He's 19, right? Okay, check this out, y'all. That boy that made the news all the way down. Damn, that boy headlining everything. What the hell? Now you see, now check it. Now peep this, y'all. It's another Ezekiel Kelly, right? Y'all see this shit? Okay, look. Nah, that ain't him. See, that's the only person right there that this name match up with. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody that's in Dallas know that Finesse 2 Times just had a show. And he wearing the Zeke Elliott jersey, right? Nigga, he had words with Zeke because he didn't know who Zeke Elliott was at his show. At the strip club in Dallas. At
Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah, Zeke Elliott was there, you know, representing for Finesse 2 Times. He came up to the nigga like, what's up? He was like, you know, who is you? Like, nigga like me, you got my jersey. Like, you feel me? Zeke Elliott, nigga, you wearing my jersey. Like, both of you niggas wearing my jersey. Like, y'all know who I am. They ain't know who you was.
Yeah,
Then he was like, he dapped the nigga up. He was like, oh, that's you. You know what I'm saying? That nigga. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That just happened. But dude named Ezekiel Kelly, bro. I know he ain't no art. I know he ain't no artist. It can't be him. You know what I'm saying? Zeke. That's the only thing we could find him. But I thought he had his own YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be broadcasting. They gonna flood it out. Let's see if he got a topic. Okay, they say. A full footage of the Memphis killer arrested. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Memphis man literally going on a serial killer spree, man. I don't know if this dude has.
Shout out to I Watch J. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go and subscribe to his channel, give him a like. You feel me? They say they got the footage of this 19-year-old suspect. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no footage as far as I stroll down, but he's supposedly been on Facebook live, you guys. You know what I'm saying?
Is the live picture of Poplar and Auburndale, where we do know one victim was shot and killed, but you can see over the course of time here, since we've been talking to you, a lot of the police presence there has left as they have finished gathering clues about to what happened. So
one victim shot and killed, they say.
Hey, Richard, we just have a better look for you, if you will. Again, we're at Lakeview and Sedgwick, not very far from Hodge and Ivan, where people were told just a short while ago to shelter in place. Like you've been mentioning, that shelter in place has been lifted, but this scene is extremely busy. We've seen multiple police officers and cops, undercover cops, as well as state troopers here as well. To give you an idea of just how secluded this area is, it really is a 2-lane highway. To the left of us, you can see Blue Light Lounge. It looks like that's a lounge back there to the left of us, but also you can see police officers and police activity just right here in the middle of this road. We do know that there is a neighborhood nearby that people can usually cut through this street and actually get home. They're not able to do that right now. Police are detouring traffic. They're asking people to turn around and find an alternate route as they continue their investigation. You can see right there, police and officers just trying to stop this vehicle from coming into this scene. That person probably in this car has no idea exactly the magnitude of what is happening here, well, where police have actually captured this shooter. But again, they're working and they're asking people to please just stay out of this area. When you see a lot of police officers in an area like this, the best thing to do is just to turn around, because sometimes you just don't know until you know, right? So again, police are asking people to just stay clear of this area while they work. We've seen a lot of them over the last 20 to 25 minutes since we've been here on the scene. We actually have a lot of people behind us as well, just looking at all this. I remember a man rolled by us a few minutes ago and just said, you know, have they caught him? Have they caught him? Because he was terrified. We're going to keep you updated as we learn more details. Richard, another thing you've been asking, and another thing I want to mention, we have yet to hear from police on this scene, but if and when we do, we will definitely tell you and bring you that live on air as well. Richard.
And Yvonne, you raise a good point. We don't know. Will they just issue a tweet and have a lot of the information there, as they sometimes do, or will they feel like they need to bring out Police Chief C.J. Davis? That could happen. That's happened in the past. Or we might hear from another one of the public information officers. And I said, we don't know, but they are promising there will be a statement. So I am noticing a lot of squad cars are leaving the area now, Yvonne. Do you have any idea how close you are to where he was actually apprehended? Have you gotten any kind of perspective on that? I know you're getting low on battery power, so hopefully we won't lose you, but if you could answer that.
Hey, Richard, great questions. I'm not sure how close we actually are to Ivan and Hodge, where that is. We can look that up for you in just a couple of minutes, but definitely you're seeing it's just a lot of activity. You're seeing some police cars leave, but you're also seeing quite a few come as well. And hopefully this is an event that would cause or would warrant people to, with the police department, to tell us what happened, what's going on, and to honestly put the public at ease. There have been several people who have just talked to us and just said that they're just scared. They hope that this is over. They want it to just be over. Richard.
Yeah, and thankfully we can tell them that as far as we know from police, it is over. They can at least be rest assured about that, but I'm sure they would like to know that a little more information about what exactly transpired, how did it get over, and what happened there.
Sell online.
Okay, so they say it's over, you guys. So y'all stay tuned for more information. That was WorldStar News and hogging out. Be careful out there.